Yamo akwa biom dia ba Adom TV Badwam Mpensenpensenmu Mpensenpensenmu ebro ene said ye yedi kadi ato ne special guest Minister for Information Fatimatu Abubakr ewo ye nchen ne ba be didi nkomo na before then no mayembo hwimfie ni ncha dabraka over the weekend wuti akromfro na mfo dwumadi bi omkodi wo ho kwoto hye nipa bi so koji sika nyasem ketwa na yenua ba suiti abochi ewo ho a woni omamfo ni bi edi nkomo yenkuti kakra bi mra na fe yemfe nkomo twetwe no enhye so.
So because of the gunshot made me realize that it was the first people, because the way the gunshot sounded, you knew that it was the first people because it was the same. There was no change in the gunshot. So when I came out and I saw that they started throwing the money before they left, so we all ran the altar skelter and entered various houses. But because of the Muslim students, they were on break. So when they came out, so most of them were running, crying because of the gunshots. So a lot of people helped them secure them into their houses and all those stuff. But the problem is the security.
Did they pick up the money? Did the residents pick up the money?
As for that, I didn't really notice that. My mind all was on the thieves, the armed robbers who were in, because everyone has to run for his or her safety. So but the more important is that we need a security personnel over here.
Did you see anything unusual? Did you see anybody who looked out of place before the robbery? Did you see anything suspicious before the robbery?
Not really, because I just stood up from bed when I heard a gunshot. So when I came, the scene was already done. Yeah. The car was... Let
me get the landlord to speak to us. Landlord, did you see anything unusual before the robbery? The car that was parked, have you spotted it in the area before? Was it parked here for a long time?
Which car are you talking about?
The robber's car.
I haven't seen that car before, and I don't know. The last time they came, they said they brought motorbikes, 3. But this time, before everything happened, when I was in the house, I saw a car do fast. And I realized that they were the people going. But when the camera started capturing it, they brought it on the social media. Then I saw the car. I saw the car that they were using. I haven't seen the car before.
And nothing else was out of place. But did the residents pick the money? The money that was sprayed into the air?
We collected here. We collected all from them. We made sure we collected all from them and we gave it to Badwam's boys. I wasn't the one who collected, but I was looking at them, instructing them, and they collected. Everyone who took some of the money.
How much did you gather, you know?
Oh, they spread, we don't know, but it will reach like something. When I see it, it will reach like 30,000.
Wow, so they sprayed 30,000 Ghana cedis cash into the air. Why do you think they did that?
But it was bonded.
Yeah.
Bonded, 100 Ghana notes, bonded. So.
Landlord, was it an intentional attempt to spray the money or was accidental?
They did that because, you see, they are experienced armed robbers, because they knew they would change them. So when they spread it, the crowd all came into the streets and they were rushing with the money. So if another car wants to change them, that crowd who are picking the money, they've blocked that car. You see? So it was a strategy for them to do that. But all that we need here is the security. Because if the security are here, all these things will not happen.
But the police has been here already, have they not?
The police, they came here after the robbery. So we want the permanent police to stay at his shop there. Even if they are going to take the money, police will follow them. The police have to see the work that they are doing. I don't know why they are preventing the police to come. Because if you are doing such business like this, why do you need to get a security? You see, the police have to charge him to court for not doing that prevention. Because we are at risk. When they started shooting, I ran to my wife was telling me, don't go out there. But I want to go out because some people are also running into our...
Right. Now I see that the shop is locked. We started from there. Who locked it? The police or Mr. Badwam himself?
As for that one, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But yesterday I saw that Badwam's daughter came to open it. So the key is their shop. That is not the police shop. And that is where it was there the incident happened, but it wasn't the shop. It was in the car. So...
Thank you so much. These are eyewitness recounts of, the details of what really ensued here in terms of that broad daylight robbery at Kabe's Jury. And we go back there before we wrap up to show you just how the place has been left. It's been locked. It's under lock and key. They're telling us that they can't confirm whether it was the police that locked it or if it was Bafor himself. But yesterday, the landlord tells us that the man's daughter, Bafor's daughter, was here. So here we are. This is the jewelry shop that was robbed. You can see it is locked. It is not open. There's no security guarding this place. In fact, not a single security person or police personnel. But we're told that they have been here before. So this is it. This is the situation this morning, 48 hours after that broad day robbery at Adabraka. Over to you, Benjamin Akakpo.
At the robbery, no man crop. I don't see the see Adabraka police for a promise say Kwembia Sono. They will get them and bring them to book. Moshe ne daily guide anymore. The Hoka Kraka to say Adabraka robbery. We will get them. IGP, Dr. Kufu Dampare, for Niboho. Say Oka security as someone a very comprehensive and Adia Bakwa a man for Honto. So Bonnet de won't mean gas up over prevent Nina as a Bonin secranimum after say Ebesieno Anamontua yetu to bring the corporates. Perpetrators need to book no nya de hia pa eno nti ya na ye cancer crime any expiry date say police vote me gina o na so chisa any pay ya na ma ye temenfo na nya auto so san say kwa Adabraka within that enclave no ase ehun na to amanfo so say say na tie de na ehun so ti ase e de sika ho odin nti obenya kakra na obi di tuba be gina so aba begia na ho asem ka no de kakra fem na say ampofo agi anapai ebraso se de mpensenpensenmu dwumadi brewo ewo eye Badwam so na se dem di kakaye no soafo a wono na ehwe eye nkitahudie ensem so eye honorable Fatimatu Abubakr na oye special guest honorable yamwache mu akwaba no pay
nana mejo so
mejiri so ho ye
nyame adom
esi aya che ne di ase what was campaign babia
so wa heze so no bobo mata dim na red, blue, and white. Oh, Nyamiadu. Eko papa.
As Minister of Information, who will play a campaign near the end.
Oh, some sounds also one of the government's, the spokespersons of the campaign.
Okay.
And the spokespersons, Mene, Dr. Gideon Boakone, Miami Brapini, Honorable Kojopon Kroma. Miracle, yeah, director for communications, your more administrative statements. Any BBA about the communication or no.
All right. And then you won't come be diba and sakura na ebeshasi no a quick one. The one critic daily guide na capture has say you are saying say Mahama is a threat to democracy. I just say information minister on phone ball kakraka na picture near there today when you see abra wo kan asem no to say a former president no mean person than a former president. They are a threat to democracy. No, isn't that too harsh a statement to make?
Edi kaina na mamenchiao. Name penyum for mubo chidom on Adom TV. Na menchia gana deshia o maje sheye yanapai. Wonyina so nti amekasa.
Okay.
Na mejidise sa o mama kwenya ma mechire mu a once so you arrive at the same conclusion. Former President John Dramani Mahama ne ye bi a mehuno ama misro say ye di agro na we don't call him out so to aso se ni osi to aso na obetima ama oye ne bi asi ama kabima menka bi amamu na ye hunu ogana ha ye de boy ho samrane no yahwere na ye ka kabima menka bi amamu a asechire ne sen democracy na asechire ne sen asechire ne se obeka bi menso meka bi in fact ye koto abai dom no ya desrede ne ye ni so ade hunu ne ye de koto omanim enti se wa obenya abano dodo no wadi nkunim wa wanya dodo no wadi nkugu se wo ka se wo peka bi mamenka bi amamu a esese wonso di hye otrim se enya bribia na medi nkunim ye wa abra me nso mekwa amedi ncho nanso so mekwa na se bibi sa asia menye den menjintum na no also omo ye dialogue on democracy and governance okopie mu ohonoma o say President Akufo-Addo any aban we over the past 8 years ade ayeye nyina ne say be undermine state institutions specifically judiciary electoral commission any auditor general's department meeting am say na former president dey asem no working na me yemfa na baako when it comes to state institutions it is established say former president John Dramani Mahama only principles and a leader without principles a politician without principles is a threat to Ghana's democracy. For instance, judiciary in the year 2015 former President Mahama appointed 2 politicians to the Supreme Court. And I say this with so much sadness. Because, yes, because, lawyers are law school, no. Yanka say a judge is above criticism. Nanso so be critique a judge na juma one judgment and now ruling no. Ofa now they are toto mra no ho no aye mpensenpensenmu osi o ne waka ni nyina megidi sesa na eseko anansa me nso mehwe mra mu no metima critique sisi enti na ewo appeal system any review system in Ghana han. But over the period my notice say former President Mahama he does not criticize the judgment, he attacks the institutions of state. Say onu ankasa wo kan ya in course of the campaign so frey NDC a lawyer for ekotena baby ede enkomo na omudi oho o say aban we say park courts enti yema na kwanya na so no nso bedi mampanyi a o be appoint NDC lawyers join the bench no emo mo nso so makwa balance course say na dey ansem na papa yi kai in 2015 in one day who appointed his lordship the revered Justice Apawu and Justice Poamang to the Supreme Court the same day. Who appointed 2 people. These are individuals who are former politicians. NPP ni bia ma bonten meka say na say Justice Apawu PNDC breno na the position obona Hafo region as deputy secretary is equivalent to deputy minister ne. And I say Justice Poamang no ye general secretary of PNC. Enti adenti na ne omaje amanyosema to echi no appoint omo to the Supreme Court. Obi ankasa. Because it doesn't make sense to say that. Say nipa na go through the ranks no bo ni de na o say maya amanyosem na wie. Then so me gidi se ma ho den se me de be so man no e wo soro in another place. We should give people the opportunity to serve. But every single time former President Mahama any NDC omo be court ni ebe bu asem na anko se ni omo sipe bia no. Oh, the court is packed. The court is packed with NPP people. The Omayama, the confidence, the public trust in the judiciary, in form. Name this same court, I will say a party. Court of Appeal, ne High Court. The same court, I will say a party. A bra minority leader case by in the ambulance trial. I will call your court no more sign it. I didn't know what mama say. Your friend is saying court near part. Now even imagine someone cast appointed judges to Supreme Court. Normal court na panel so for presidential election petition. Wow, appoint to amuko ye no. Petition na nko in your favor no. Instead say obefa ekwanya anase esa president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo etwa to ho in 2013. Say atemu a court de bae no. Meni omonya adwen menyi ntum. Nanso say Ghana asumdue ene kamima menka bi amamu nti maeden ma pene so. Wo de edru so a wo se da bi. Ena ye unanimous FC ena court no ena politician ena omo ye bias ena aban no dokru mu aban ne hyehyehye no omo ye niema na ne ya wom a etwa mensunu mu ne say ye amanyofo wo be attack president Nana Danko Akufo-Addo anase Dr. Baumia ye beba betena ha be yiwa no NDC NPP ya ye ni mi asemoka mbacho wate ase enti say ye na ye hufin wa abonte ano bye ni yetim bekasa. But look at the judiciary. Obe attack omo ni kamafo. Obe attack judge bi say we ye NPP judge we ye say only kamafo. In fact, na akwanya so metena ofidie so meyi na no mpa onye den ma meyi na no
honorable say sansemi ye fa judiciary say omoye pasha na se bi omo adwuma towards direction bia ebi obi enye ho no. You have a former Chief Justice Sofia Kufu raise issues about and your courts ne predictable. You sure say what you have
she was misquoted. I have read the exact statement.
So what's the exact statement?
The exact statement was referencing the fact that court normal judgment we politicize it. As if say court normal judgment political party they will come and criticize. And that reaction to the court has become predictable. Mihu Yanesen Krofafa. Yes, Mihu Yanesen Krofafa headline bia. It has nothing to do with the exact comment that was made by her ladyship. So I took the time to go through the statement.
National Security Minister's comment say your courts decisions are make it a court one way near
and non so
is that one too
and non so that is an American we have a duty as media not to just base on headlines. So yakasa obia can be at least get the audio and listen and I let them quote the text of Nipanekano. So because say people may have concerns if judgments are always going in favor of one particular side of the divider. Does it mean so or say judgments are going in favor of one divide? No, or can say that shouldn't be the case. And I have given you examples to show. Say in our dispensation, it has never been the case. Adentina Momuko Supreme Court, Yebuamo Modi Omanka say judgment is going to one side. Adentina ambulance trial, Omuko Buaya, court no discharge the minority leader.
Is that what you are trying to say?
That is what I am saying. I'm saying anytime former President John Dramani Mahama no the case and as NDC the case be court no obenya ni ebua in omu favor. Say ebua in omu favor, what they go out there to tell the public ne say justice has been delivered. Has been served. Say anko omu favor pe no mo say yenji court ni ndi. Meanwhile, that is not the position of Yanya NPP, former President Akufo-Addo Aban. And I've given you examples. Enye nonkwahwe Airbus scandal by no be himself former President John Dramani Mahama or no government official one. In fact, Airbus scandal no enemy ni nuane biological sibling as defendant in the case. And yes, say Airbus for na akoye confession. So ometua bribery ama mpenyumfuo to secure a juma in this number of countries. Enya Ghana nko. In fact, Oko Central Asia and other places are yebubo countries bidding it led to even prosecutions. Any top government officials or more resigning. Yema the period within the review, any defendants or munemi not as a government official no or shisha or mujije bribe ni na no maboni din indirectly because you see ninuya any aboni nuya din in the case. Yet it has a special prosecutor. Office of Special Prosecutor established under President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo by an act of parliament. The special prosecutors or Mako Honyinano appointed by President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And so lawyer Jabin Obeka as on find the criminality beyond former President Mahama. Adentina no the ono one ka say, hey, na kwe krampo investigation wakoye wo here wabesan meeting because Airbus for confession ma me ye wo Ghana for special prosecutor. And enye case a obeka say peculiar to Ghana, international case, enye ne koye investigation ye ho bibia. Enti adentina wo de say ye buama wa. Now and let me tell you even the dangerous thing. And no basis no. Let me even tell you the dangerous thing. Medicine NDC for na ankasa. After court no buaya petition ni twam. Eyo mo national chairman Owura Johnson esi edunketia. Okope chairman edi a okohia ne party delegates.
Election petition 2020.
Okohia ne party delegates. Okachira omo say omo court no. No omo system omo the quality results no na crash into omo kra no omo court no. No omo ni nyina so nti omo ko. No omo ko hu lawyer Chachuchi Katakro okachira omo say omo mpie mfiri no ho na sa films ye yi we no omo de ba de ni kwan so omo we see the time. In fact, even one of the witnesses, Dr. Kwesa White, when a pistol or trouble to abonting, enti meaning so omoko no mu nyina so enso former president Mahama edi NDC fu anim emomu betwa court na dapa ebegu o manimu ase ka kire Ghana for say atemu no mo de ba na nya atentene ne na it is politically motivated. So I am saying say we should refrain from attacking the courts just because judgments did not go in our favor.
Right.
And now finally on the electoral commission enyo mo an mobile so mo pay forensic audit. Enti isi anya forensic auditor mo ni mu say kululu bi koso. Former President Mahama in 2016 told Ghanaians, I said we should leave the Electoral Commission to do its work. Na institutions, na structures, na one institution, Electoral Commission be anyone ma obetimi aje election. Ediama obi. Dear na asesa, all of a sudden, the EC chair can win election for a political party. So where are the principles? EC staff for more since 2016, 1 year in they are still working there. The structures and institutions, in fact, the register, NWA is there. They are still working there. But all of a sudden, we're shifting goalposts. SA NDC frontier to Anomunko Jinabontain because almost suspected say is no kululu be koso. But eventually, Electoral Commission say, okay, near Ghana phone na and ye be share IPAC near stakeholders. Ain't near the cameras be so. Ama complain obia no yembeka ento abonti no obia antibi no me pa cho ohwe video ni bia allegations are na NDC for ka won from mama anu nto mo ye nationwide the money baby and aden no man timi ankoka say in front of the EC in camera enti I'm saying say obeye nyuno ayenyuno obeye share. If your principles is that we shouldn't attack institutions of states, then stand there. If your principle is that they should be attacked, stand there. But enye say a call favor or say any justice has been done. Now call favor, you marshal all your party people and you lead as a statesman, as a former president who has occupied the high office of presidency in the country. You lead the charge against institutions of state and attack them.
All right. Honorable, ma yenhwe Andra Jumadi bi koso na minim say a part of my campaign strategies no. Ebikrasi we a photocopy of the NDC Youth Manifesto launch and ye mampeni abi de Dr. Lad Mahmoud Baumia bi Enra Youth Connect no. Ma yenhunu saa dwumadi a mudi na Enra no botai no pa ne sen.
Yo we de medasi. O share NPP amanyokuo na o share your policies. O share bibia ya even in the past 8 years. A buying investment obehu se government way and our party way a pro youth. It is a can party a mabunu party. Mabuna nije ho a NPP party. And there are evidence to establish that mpacho abribi ebeto aba go to the various campuses across the country. Historically, baby a population young people, young educated people, moto maba, and most of them moto maba. Edema NPP need the New Patriotic Party. Enti abri biara ye prese ye be sabedi Ghana so anasa ye print to aso e wa aban mu aye adwuma pa asom no. Ye nim say one of your key stakeholders the youth of the country. Enti Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na ni so adehunu ene ne pepper for youth ene Ghana mabunu ene nra ye boa youth associations ahodo ano across the country obi aka na region. Enti ubehu se ebo northern region na o ma join virtually yebo we omu nyina akwaje hall akese eboabo omu ho hairdressers so tailor fu riders so taxi drivers so students, law students, young lawyers, young doctors, nurses trainees, teacher trainees boku obidi all of them were parts of ENRA activity. Say yebesi nkonwa na omabisa His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na nisu adehunu ene nhyehyaya owo Ghana mabunu because we heard the theme of the 2024 campaign a year rania ye say Baumia 2024 bold solutions for jobs and businesses. Bold solutions for jobs and businesses no jobs na ewom no emabunu chefano no businesses na ewom no emabunu chefano no enti nra nhye mu no ma yakwanya se ye ntena se ne ye mpone enkakra na enkoma ya twetwen wo ho nyina na ejina fapem miensa so anase team no the key areas His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebo na poso na ejina niema miensa so o se wo pre youth eye die ene omo nkan ko ne omo mpuntu a ejina niema miensa so 1 education 2 skills and 3 jobs na chese babunu de otete no anase wama no nsano dwuma anase akwankyere bia ebema ono nso so ne bibi oye no obetima hye mukena na wama ne ntete ani nimdie ni nyina wie woma na dwuma oni woni asem nasi na obobo so kire aban investment dodo a yaye in these sectors
eno ne ade ana mpese me di urem se empanifo okasa bi se ebi se wadum ana ato bia ebe you've been in power for almost 8 years now den na mbetimi do mon say si so a kire se ade we anyway ya mama bunu because figures about bonting about unemployment no it's on the high side but government so tout say why any ma bebre wa fa nipa bebre wa adwuma ne ho keka ho ti de na mbetimi do mon say si so say adniema we ni aye so going forward when you betimi aye aka ho
so wo hwe ye 2024 manifesto no mu a item on job creation Ubehu say your friend is saying page job started from your manifesto no page 51 all the way to page 77 into Oshe the kind of interventions are buying we in terms of jobs are my found from a tree baby a free bar has say what can I say and ask His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a kind or so what can I say na Ghana has say na mabunu bebre omu wie school a omu nya adwumanye a bedroom pempens will be more mote unemployed graduate association nationwide na dimwa okoseche omo Facebook and answer baby now who almost say these are people who have struggled to get jobs in the country who have not succeeded in getting jobs and even coming into office in 2017 because so I belong to people within that era University of Ghana in 2010 and I said it publicly say your metro application letters be 72 nipa ba kumpa amfre me in fact at time no university no oh adwuma bia even local governments Ghana Growth Fund mebubo bebre me chro bia even teaching because me a natural teacher I love the classroom and na me so me on train but me university na me chair there one of the remedial schools me chair government na Christian religious studies say odobe. So I was looking for opportunities everywhere, and I'm saying said there were none. In fact, beyond Omo Unemployed Graduates Association of Ghana, no, unim seme mechiba, Omo degree nursing from 2012 all the way to 2017. Ni MBA portal ba one simple. Moment me apply for a juma. And to backlog ne microphone na no mote ho twan aban we. In fact, ejina sa eno na severity of the challenge impo enti na abandoned the 3-year program of NAPCO and Nation Builders Corps ebaye say let's design a 3-year program omo gufie ne emu 100,000 yemfa bibi to say apprenticeship no munko the various public institutions omunko ye adwuma ne emu 700 cedis enti that is where all the thinking omo bi a NAPCO portal no and bosume na Ghana mabunu 135,000 and ma apply ako interview apebia no mo select emu 100,000 and he gave all this background and showed say ye ba aban mu yetimi aye adwuma anase adwuma de ama mabunu opipim yenu ne akiri po be sensia yaye ebi through teaching recruitment of teachers and even non-teaching staff obe kan say abra ye introduce free SHS na nkrofo complaining say overcrowding, lack of infrastructure, and even lack of teachers on run a double track. Ye be a portals anyhow within the teaching sector, and more absorbing nipa bebre. Afenzo so na nurses, doctors, and no man no mugu a tree, and the for majumano. Ye be a portal, Emma Atego, I remember say Atego, Mufa in excess of nipa 60,000. Ye call Central Region, Dr. Insiansa said the health sector jobs alone. Omafa almost 200,000 to date.
Wow.
Unim say even this year, August year, omu be a portal ma 2022 for senipa 11,200 no more apply for postings. Unim say me no kase ya man for letters because yebe commission agenda 111 hospital projects and you know they need nurses, they need doctors, they need pharmacists, they need matrons, they need cleaners, and every single hospital yebe commission no is estimated to take NIPA between 500 and 600
workers.
Yes, workers. And to omo commission ni na befa NIPA directly in excess of 70,000. And to know Okakosi said this is where we came from. And through YEA, through NEIP, through Ghana Enterprises Agency, and Crawford indirectly mpo abayamo mo startups. So mo start to omo adwuma say be omo betimi employ Crawford no mo so aye den. Atu omo ho ka no in excess of 1 million within those spaces alone. And a YEA. Unim say YEA na say akofie Japan. Unim say omo ye job fair. Nyina wo even Black Star Square man Crawford ebegentity uwia o capital na ye dey ma no ho capital no momo no hit your account instantly for you to go and get something to do. Enti nyina kemfo ane say although ya fanipa or pipi mienu ni echi ponsia no there is still the need for job creation.
And only say with all these numbers no say real numbers are
yes
ya absorb ampa and then as unemployment rate no kwa na ekosro.
Okay, what bisa asem the reason why our unemployment rates no let me give you the specific figures per sector. I think that is very important say me reading it out because because of misinformation and disinformation verifiable and nipa no betimi akwaye fact checking wabo etwe. And I don't want us to have I don't want us to have the conversations without context and giving the people opportunity to verify. And you know, from 2017 to 2023, GES inquiry recruitment based on announcements on portal. Now ye for 8,000, ye for 5,000, ye for 10,000. Ninyina, as at the end of 2023, it came to 97,412. GES nkwa, education sector, recruitment nkwa.
97,000.
Yes. And you know, Osha, this year, Osha the average.
A juma opportunity, more advertisement.
Yeah, advertising. Eman Crawford ko GES, ko letter, echo posting, echo region. Emo validate omu wia na omo de akọ district honum na afa de ye de omako school honum anytime abeti say oh ye be GES ye recruitment nipa omo fa through the ranks from 2017 to 2023 no and 97,412 and which gives us an annual average of recruitment under GES at 13,960.
All right,
we here no free honum your friend is saying health sector recruitment, health sector including doctors, nurses, other health professionals, pharmacists. 2017, 10,061. 2018, 11,021. 2019, 40,201. 2020, 51,671. 2022, 7,020. 2023, 24,488, which brings us to a total of 170,830, and it excludes August portal mubie no me say as I speak to you because as at last Monday na Abranti Ebia from me say nsa aka ne letter the appointment letter so omuko portal no so ko register nsa na ye postings or my validation processes and sanya postings amomo. And you know 2024 first part no na recruitment or more estimate is so more year from January to today na 15,000. And after the or more year say because of agenda 111 year you know just August year say be a portal to take 11,200. Okani nyina na make an estimated number of workers are here for agenda 111, which is about 70,000 direct jobs. And imagine what impact this government has made in the health sector. Nebi Sanho say, Enka President Akufo-Addo bae no, and ani a 5-year backlog from 2012 all the way to 2017 January. And Uncle bae and Anka backlog ni ho, and to be a ya no absorbing what he has done in 8 years and onki any backlog. But what you say? Because when people are talking about backlog, in the context said there is a backlog of about 2 years, and answer 2 batches are young recruiting man. Nani Refi say President Akufo-Addo had to inherit
a balance brought forward.
And to what it free one as a President Akufo-Addo abino one inherited backlogger and co recruiting in excess of even 3 years a day.
All right.
That being said, other sectors share baby to say this year alone, Youth Employment Agency oma training are equipping nipa 30,000 across the country. This year 2024 why ohun so omuko kumase omuko shia wo bantama nipa be 10,000 youth minim say o kan ya omu model so omoye week long program or Black Star Square Kofi Japan ni team no they were in BA to do their road show and recruitment. YEA is one of the agencies that I have to commend, especially in recent years, on how they do their PR and they allow everybody to cover their events, their videos and everything.
Masem kakra me pese me bisa ne say they do train people.
Yeah.
Omo to think for emmo mo dwetire no ne ho keka ho. Supervision I net say because numbers here oboboy said this year anko nipa 30,000. So supposing say nipa nyina no actively nipa omo ye adwuma omo in business. No almost so more employ nipa 2 kra 2 times 30,000. Ka by now baby and nam na no odin. Supervision net say
why
ananko for gisika didi.
Why Ghana Enterprises Agency, National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Plan, NIP.
Yeah, NIP.
3 institutions will almost masika without entity. Answer because even Ghana Enterprises Agency, monitoring because every batch be omo group, omo even WhatsApp groups are omo tete for peer review, any additional support or modebema. Because and ade ba konso ne entwen ya adwene nsi so. Nana, Ghana has say, ye workforce no over 80% and a year within SME sector.
Sure.
And a year industry, Ghana industry, about 90% or in excess of 90% and a year SMEs. And our friends, so Ghana GDP, about 70% and almost 72%, and a contribution of SME sector to the GDP. And to show the actual contribution to economic growth, you would appreciate say investment in enye nyina na ko into white collar jobs. Investment no so ebi hu hia say ebeko into dwetire obi o table so o man entity o man sika watimi akoje container no atere na hyemu ebi ono so wabe madam obefa babunu bi a wawie school a woni adwuma betena me store anoma me bosumi 600 700 onso so ubedidi enti no ubeka se enkrofo yo mu businesses we dey so obi ana abie na adwuma. But I'm saying, say the investments are buying womu to expand, to scale up. Emani pano so timi fa ba kumi enu bi shase no eye. But
ebasa na say ye economic calculations. Now don't we capture all those things, especially if we monitor them?
Yes, say you capture entina, you capture entina matimi amount contribution of the GDP, contribution of the SME to the GDP. Through this monitoring. Any even say statistical service or more around or more collected data about our Ghanaians working, are they not working? Ghana Living Standard Survey or more year. And to be a honor, for instance, or be a graduate. Then so no, be a white collar job. Ubi sana sa we employed or beka se menye employed. But be a no wenya avenues to be atimia set up ne boutique bi. Wo ya wafa nipa ba kumienu. Minimum graduates be cry be or more salons or moton wigs and then me sure if you've come across some of them. In fact, a be mukrampo several servants and now we more any public institution. And so no be any wholesale and answer retail be and now electrical shop on the side. No so then or or kwa no afo bi so atena no no hwema. All these in kakra contribute to the GDP growth.
Omemu mebunu ye better off than previously bia abanda dana breso. I
believe so. And the evidence is even in the expansion of Ghana's GDP. As at 2017 January, na Ghana abino or mine musika in circulation your GDP, the strength of the economy, the size of Ghana's economy, now is $56 billion. And after 8 years, the GDP of the country has increased by $20 billion. where do you think it is? Even in Accra, the number of restaurants, oh the yemfa Accra nye case study. She Accra ha kakra ya. In the past 8 years, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo kofa by. Okofa a year of return, beyond the return. There is a huge influx of tourists. Any ankeka ho amane enkofo bebie restaurants ni yi. O de fane say bia if you have question about ownership, what about the staff? Go to all these businesses. Mpacho nya Ghana mabunu na omama omadwuma. Ghana mabunu anya abosome wo yeden otua salary mano. And not just that, her baby is a central region. You call central region, a regional town hall meeting. It was an eye-opener. One district, one factories. In central region alone, 13 are commissioned and operational. 11 about to be commissioned. Central region alone. Omiye cylinder manufacturing woho, omiye toiletry woho, omiye casa de ropa woho, omiye kumfi fruit juice woho. On and on and on and on and on.
NDC believes say we na yes sloganeering na say.
Debio.
Ya ma slogan na keke na ye de jinchia.
Nana, unim yes. Nana unim yes room. Ma example. 2016 by this time. Na NDC wo muntimi nko teacher training colleges and nurses training colleges. Enko campaign. So no mo so o man ntwa allowance mu. Adanti no mo call West Coast no mo call baby amabunu wa no mo sura na e bro mo. 2024 after 8 years. So I must say sloganeering. The evidence of the work is in the response of the public. The same NDC. They gave us the impression that free SHS no emphasis will be any so. In fact, Ghana about tiny ofocracy and no muntia fees no they are better off. And yes, I know better na video so moka. Me pacho going into this election. I don't know NDC phone team almost stands. Say, ye believe in free SHS, no? Ye sponsor about 46 adverts against the free SHS. Ye tonyoza free education 419. I don't know monka say as a policy. Ye betwem niya ye be before. Because
na enema bebre anko yi wo ho double track ne as ye bubu school no tot nti omo baba be shemu kena be yi.
Nana kwatrekwa. Eso obefra ontoma tie ni din. Ena na ye wa ye bi pen ye friend na ye boafo. Obeye ni
don't believe in those promises, no.
There be senior why be done or have
say you be review free SHS no nanke kan we woman ni ade no mapia ni ye.
Say work car so obey 110 premium no. Enko ye ya obeka so obey free SHS ni ya so obeje di. Ananya sa
insurance asem na okay.
Ah, na make no. Say wo share border no odi so a and then ko say ba no. Oka so obey ni ya be enti nana wote he. Say this for catch us so mbe ma ya so nkane asiso obeje di. Omoka so omoba we will have a better energy sector. Ombema ya son kane asisu hyen obeje edi. Meji de say even cry NDC need support tampo engine di. Edi entra because omuni mu yank ya ndasu mu mfie 9. Omuni mu ya it shouldn't have taken us 8 years.
And so we are omoka kire say investment omo ye nenam mu dis so mfaso yi.
Ah, what are you talking about? Yeah NDC for me see even me and me ya kwala o party nim no. Kohwe ye interviews yeah from 2012 all the way to 2017. Yes, say Ghana energy sector problem, enye generation problem, enye capacity problem, enye money problem. Ohu say yadundum nkane na omuni sika omudi betu ya IPP sika ni ho no ma omudi beto fango because your generation in excess of 60% and a thermal. Into oniska de beto crude oil la obeda sumu. And the value chain, no, from generation to transmission to distribution.
Na say
time I dundum kania even from January ye ka say esikasem. We have not shied away from that. And what government has done to keep the lights on over the period is always to find the money so that we can pay, because we have admitted that as a country the regime are running because unim say kania no se kan say ne ECG bejeje. Eno no mo de bekwa akoto cash waterfall mechanism no. Na eno ne yedi bi be ma IPPs, yedi bi be ma VR ni gridco, any bui any bibia. Enti omo ye enkane no ho adwuma, enye omo na omo ton. Yedi ma ECG ni netco, no ma distribution depending on the zone. To omo distribute illegal connection bi a went to bia no. I take a liter of fuel of what they could have purchased for the IPPs. And I said the obligations our government should have honored. In fact, January 10 to 12, you experience a widespread of power outages. Yeah, but out the energy, I remember at the time, now Minister of States, then Deputy Energy Minister, Honorable Krapa, out to Beka say, oh, now yeah, the West Africa gas pipeline for Kabi 19 million, minim sa okanya. Na negotiations, near per se, ye 3 million, that near per se, ye 3 bikahu, but Adrian Koben Chrome Asu, senior near per se, so they are negotiating. Within 2 days, the power was back on. In fact, last week I experienced outages because of some few challenges. The minister told us, within this week, it is resolved. And I'm saying, the finance minister, Mpo, Ebekan Wabontin say, some of the IPPs, 7 of them, no, the government and the IPPs, through the finance ministry, 5 of them, they had reached an agreement on how they were going to service the debt. It was left with 2, including Sonon Asogli. Unim so mo issue statement say, abide or moka into more shut it down. But they are still in negotiation. We haven't shied away from that. There are times for honest conversations on matters that are of national interest and public interest. O can say na ebe mo obi kra de ka obeka say oh my mintu am nkania ka na mboa with revenue mobilization with ECG so that nkania ne bejina so. So we have not shied away from that. But what I am saying, and it's over the period, that NDC's track record, the former President Mahama's track record of honoring promises, were form as compared to the NPP and Dr. Bawumia's track record of honoring promises. Enti yen ye shaba ye diso, ni ye konsoni ye pemne nye year, we come out to tell the people, say, we are facing challenges here, but this is the roadmap. Enti na, even with the economy, yenya a period where you say global recession, you see what has happened to cost of living in global economy, no, it has never happened since the Great Depression. Because COVID by Russia, Ukraine, now which had direct impact on your friend is saying the world crude market, because Russia is the 2nd largest exporter of crude oil in the world. And Ukraine is like the grain basket of the world. It's affected everywhere.
All right. My young share, at the end of the year, Omampenda at 5 questions at 2. In reference, in 2016, flag bearer of the MPP, then running mate, at 170 questions at the man and running mate. In the man 5 questions, but now prominent amounts questions, no, a DNT and a dollar, no, share and a SHCD, no, a DNT and a nay, Omampeni, Abedi, or your flag bearer. Wajai economy no wasama waka digitalization or the namwa or the sun home running amongst others. Na Dr. Bawumia Meyina no so pose 50 questions and akofan sembebre ediaba. Why are you not answering the 5 questions? Because 5 questions no per statement me reading what Dr. Bawumia wo just say a simple cry and be answer ba answer and all the 50 questions mom neighbor.
Because answer na former President Mahama ebebisa Dr. Bawumia question. Ama Dr. Bawumia so I reply to the question. No. What happened? Yes, and ne wiase baby a kamima menka bia mama odi mu e konkan no. Obia wo ye frankatuni eba na de o magina simpie so. Na ga na de hye na say o micro na de hye o maka o vision. O mu wi ya ensemisa ba ku mienu miensa bi wa ha na o mayi ano. Say be your man ni nyina be hu bebi o madwene ye den ewo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eka kire Ghana ni wiase afana bebi aso no why ready for a debate because ogidi say ye pese o mu nyina ye hu bebi o madwene wo on national issues a ye form mma megina simpie so ne ye ntoto o ma no no mu ya no mu nya commitment be to the Ghanaian people. Former President Mahama ede na oyeye ateni enko ana o de mane na edi kan o se Dr. Bawumia ni ne level enka antete no mpo de no so wa wundi president da wuntime criticize no baby aso se Dr. Bawumia ni ne level a kire kra o sabi o kaseti ana kan stupid kan ho ateni enko a na mpache o if you are not ready to take, why should you be the only one to give? He shouldn't feel entitled. Sa kwanya no wo honom na mo be debate na oba debate na se na beba beto 5 questions ama no no nso so ato ni 50 ama wa na obi a yi ne yonko de ano na Ghana fo hu say oh okay ene asemesi anaso obenten ene gina brane e wa ba ye kwa akoto mu na wo so obi mbisa question na wo betima bisa obi question wo so obi nya o level na ye dan the questions man no. So the former president and the NDC, they shouldn't feel entitled. I think the best platform and the best way to get the thoughts, the vision, any swadi huna ubia was flag bearer no. Etsi omu nyina nipa dumi ensani nyina maami akua donko nyame mfa ne kransie yi. Omo omaka ni nyina ate asefo ni nyina the best opportunity is to give them the platform no momra no obi ameka na ni swadi hunu. Na Ghana fo nso so emfa nsentrofo so minim say de okotana say na o si bisa me questions akese o baby so omo bi na yanso yehu baby omo gina na akwa make informed decisions. So
sa sem say ene Dr. Bawumia enka economy ne ho asem biem ena digital
enya no kre me ya no say enya no kre say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enka economy ho asem bio. Let me take you back. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was an economist, not just that. Was an economist and in fact was an academic into a contributed to economic writing. Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni book a watch about ni ebetimi aboa Ghana economy ni African economies ayeden atumpon. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia started to about digitalization. No one mayor flag bearer. No one mayor even vice president. Because na niso adi hunu say there are fundamental structural problems with the Ghanaian economy. We need to solve those structural and fundamental problems. And una say ye ria ebeboa with productivity, ebeboa with ease of doing business, ebe attract a lot of foreign direct investments. Amankrofo ba omo betimi hu say yes, Ghana ye oman bia ye business o ma ebe konkan. Ebi ne saying you had a country, Sabiu Francophone countries across yen, even Cote d'Ivoire, Mone, Burkina, Mumpa, Sabi, Yabani GDP growth, all indicators, the quality of life near untimin compare Burkina, and I say Niger, and I say one of those Francophone countries around us, untimin compare Omo to Ghana. Then so all this while, Omo quarantine, they have ID card system, moving from one place to another. Crime because Omo timi check it. Bibia, they are able to plan because no matter who you are, auto mind my anymore. Ghana, after over 50 something years after independence, ni entimi issue ID card ukroma. Not to even think of biometric ID card. Yentimi issue. President Kufuor NIA by Ofri akonya so NDC bedi akonya 8 years. In that 8 years, they could not issue even 1 million ID cards, national identity cards. How do you develop a country when you don't even have data on your population? One of the structural problems are fixing, and it's the adult population of this country largely omo Ghana card. So obi ni bia no ankoye, and I said there are administrative challenge with a very small margin. But Ghana cards are NIA in excess of 18 million. And that is one of the structural problems. Dr. Bawumia tauti me fixe. And then one Ghana ha baby. Her security. Okay, as a Ghana card, it has not contributed to the security in the country. Okay, di bonini apeke o fingerprint. No one so somebody akwa national database. O show ma men passing ya between pie. Look at the kind of system say wo. One other thing so maka about data no. Most of the state institutions, not most of them omo data is analog. So we call DVL, we call registration, we call paper, yes a file no si we container bi mu antentan Google so na ya small bi amoma ko peja daka aba afi no be twetwe no 11. Obi yes obeba o mafio so a obeto so paper no kra yira ye hu. Obetena ho no ma bra ansan wo hu. And I go to most of the public institutions, they have digitized. Most of them. And also swabwa ama ene. But how long Nansemu? Memfa said the whole of this year. That been a matana higher conversation about ghost names. And I'm ready ghost names.
In fear.
Na public service controller baby they had serious problems with ghost names. Now what say and now ya digitizing niema we ye teacher niya ye be formalize o age say the Ghana card de ko GS ye de akọ controller na ehu se wo system no wote ase ansa na etu a no unim corruption do a year free system no because of this digitalization.
Me basisi e wo hu ye hwe ho agenkra basisi e no musuo kakra ne ye ba enkomo no ye beto aso ye ne honorable Fatimatu Abubakr honorable minister for information and aiding common no pay e obedwan be dey frame na na se ampofoje ye hwe ho basisi am kwa ba bia mo di aba Adom TV Badwam Mpensenpensenmu eso ye frame na na se ampofoje honorable Fatimatu Abubakr Esq me fan so na lawyer die ebrewu asa wo lawyer no de ateta anti amanfo nhyeda ehunu papa but aya tai said they say obi ho no tro ni dia no dia share ni mo lawyer
me fa share ni
mo na amanfo hunu enti na yeguso di nkomo
okay
na there is this question na Ghana for bebre ebisa say the way MPP as a party tauto doctor Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia nim die nneoma obetimi aye ne ho nkeka ho nti yemfa konwa ne mano no ebibisa say why na sisi ye nyina nim se wo issues wa mamu no economy nim ne bibia say nim die no mfa mwa ne yemfa nsakra nemam na otwen ne time sa ne bia ho a odi aba
nim die no odi aboa some dey kan ka kire wo say ohwe monetary policy and fiscal policy Bank of Ghana and Ministry of Finance in Emra they are sure monso mudi huntintiman ba bia ebekwa ho hiem no Dr. Mahmoud Baumia economic management team no omo share some of these groups and look for interventions the beso ano ma mema one typical example aya enchena yere fi niema ni bi enjina former president Mahama Zegana for short memory can I say even the price of diesel per liter at the pump ekosura kodru be say 24 Ghana cedis mbacho refi
ekosura
mbacho wokan what did Dr. Baumia do Dr. Baumia eden hyehyɛ by say say Ghana say dollar no na eho akwa atwe kra na Ghana ye gold nanso so wokɔ Bank of Ghana ye gold reserves e wo honom endru 10 tons about 8 tons na den na omanya ya frɛ Gold Coast even ansa na akwasi broni beba krom hakra na na nanom fom agudie yete abakosem se na ebi okro bi prakra nsuo to ade che obi behu se wanya bi ewo fom na yen leverage no as an anchor behind the city no say be ya yesika no be yedu what did he do Dr. Mahmoud Baumia na ni so ade hunu enti he preferred advice and also Bank of Ghana act na makwan mo mutimi to agudie ekranti enne Ghana okohonoma baby ane e about 8 tons they say do about 76 tons
gold no
mfatwan reserves so reserves ni bi and as you heard him speak at the media encounter no say do baby ana unim say one international company obobo ni sika no Ghana hampo no ka say may be repatriate me profits of about 3 billion Ghana cedis and nko the core banks ni abochi ho sese that day no nko ano na depreciation na ebekoso na yehu and so they say no mo gold reserve ni gold for oil no ama pressure no on the exchange rate ni more stable than we had the previous years without this program in 2022 and 2023 because we had the rate of depreciation per quarter and per year on year you would attest to the fact that this year is better than last year. Okay. Interventions ni bo hanya ni na sada na obeto so aba it will be gradual but you will see say cumulatively no the toto ho the impact is huge ansa na ye ko break no kra no and I remember say local government service alone since 2017 am recruiting for 14,000
local government
yes onim say environmental officers now from 2010 abaya anya recruitment for mumu ba kokra all the way to 2019 all of them were recruited in 2019. And most of the environmental officers are at the various MMDs are new recruits by this government.
All right. NDC, I believe say maybe Ghana you see irrespective of say attributed to COVID, Ukraine, Russia war, you hear an experienced person in your former president John Dramani Mahama no ankasa tawte se wa ibida en onim Ghana problems ni ade nyina en na onim level e de beko be bi adru na wo se reset Ghana And most people believe say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as running mate were performing creditably well. Inti yen twa so no nko ono so feel say e was upgrade. E kwan be na Ghana for be fast make side decision no baby a wu gina no de wu hunu experience as against apprentice our upon.
Maybe I'm all for upgrade. Abrabo aye bode bia ye koye nim ye nkoye chi.
Aje gu kra na
se obi ka kire wo se abrabo no sa akọ wachi a oboa wadada. Enjingu ye ba ne se na aje gu. Ghana ha na under former president Mahama ne ambulances nyina 55. Enne nipa ba kwa beto ambulances 307. O se aje gu. Ghana ha na 87 districts o munni hospitals. Obi abasa agenda 111 enne me se Volta region. 8 hospitals, ko Upper East, 8 hospitals. When him said there were parts of Upper East.
I know one say na mu
yes, I see a commission edu. Debio, ni o ma wie a meka se wo kwa wo behu se dan ni si ho ye wie ya paint ya hyehyɛ pono ne mpoma ne ebedru 30.
Okay.
Mbacho what am I say? Na emu be se 60 are all about 50%. But some him say enye dan kwa na hospital. Omo the equipment and a recruitment here omo ye say omode workers aja obeyi omo ye experience or some hospitals your makoho no one replace all those are factored into it enti target say your commission 10 a fee that doesn't mean say we only 10 in fact oko Heman oko Garu in the Upper East region oko Trede ewo Kumase most of the places oko even Aguna your friends Aguna Suedru most of the places they have completed. Ne omunwe kra akọfa advance ko ningo pram na kọhwe omo agenda 111 ewo honum ekọ nanim but I'm saying say it's not just the structure you also want to make sure say what the workforce no agum every equipment that is needed na ubi aye kama but the point I'm driving at is say Dr. Bawumia has so many attributes onye corrupt or humble or a lawyer but to me the most important attribute and say Dr. Bawumia is a problem solver.
Problem solver. Problem
be by he doesn't rant. Obete se wakasana he's all about solutions. Let me give you a typical example and tie it into the APSA Nansenya or Lanche.
Okay.
Dr. Bawumia thinking no a futuristic e wo yenim for so many years. E di ntina make sa. Hwe Ghana ni eye se wo be join ride hailing app ibi se ne ye sinim no Uber na ne nkeka ho a driver no join a commissioner eye sa app no mbete ne be se 30%. No driver na fa 70%. Dr. Bawumia enam se na adwene no ye futuristic na emudo no nim se digitalization any economy they are bedfellows. O se Ghana yenso so yenkeka indigenous tech companies emubom our more capacity to also develop the app. Na aban more technical and regulatory support. Ni anya aban PPP arrangements. Na ye PPP arrangements na. Insa driver etua commission of 30% ema foreign company no. Ontua commission of only 10%. 10%.
Ema a local company.
Yes, ema local companies. 10% no so awotu ama local companies no emu 1% ye the welfare and pension scheme for riders but you yes and to bet you 30% ama foreign company no we o masesa ni nyina say ye profit wa ha no masesa into foreign currency no modeko and say indigenous Ghanaian companies to say Haptel there are 3 indigenous Ghanaian companies o makabom e dia yesa go ride no eye Haptel Global Icon Solutions Limited and Detrix. Yen komumbum no munya app na enye global standard but instead of 30% commission or mate 10% commission no musa the 1% a pension scheme amount and so wha and I'm so mato 10% into ebebo ama transport fares na eden aba form
no be cheaper
cheaper because
and
was my driver no so was and that is not it. And now President Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo eka so opese Ghana edane the industrial hub of West Africa edane the auto hub of West Africa aye ni o kasei most of the car manufacturing and assembling companies abesisi plants wa ha onim say VW Go omo assemble wa ha Unim say Toyota for assemble omo pickups wa ha. Unim say JA Plant Pool assemble wa ha. Unim say Zonda assemble wa ha. Unim say Sinotrack air assemble wa ha. VW na Maslok for edemoma te say loan here. Unim so omo assemble wa ha. Golf na ye golf. Babe hu so my GOL. Enti say rider no. And na nyame adom this week ya His Excellency the Vice President ebe launch credit scoring system no. Wona wo ye rider no. Se wo din akobuku mu. Wo go ride no so. Ya sate oketo ebi. Ebi onso credit score ni nti se wo betima je brand new car. Na wo twini e de tete commission wo form first wo form.
Any election nti na mo ye we nyina.
Oh dabi. Sanya dakro pe na de na mbacho edan kra be si adakro pe na de besi. Then so that obe commission obi be hu say enne na aso aba. Enti na yaka say people don't look at your efforts, they look at your results. Na President Danado Danko Akufo-Addo ne Dr. Bawumia Aban no. En 8 years ne nso ye ne de enema bebre. Ena wo kwan so eba from now obi ntimi nka say election
ntimi ehuma mo pa.
Mbacho enyehu. Enyehu. Debi enyehu. Me kodjom de bia ma hu say election ni nyehu. Abatan ya no mo no mut
oh for next government I say omo bape in less than 14 days one cabinet bibia ready onte ho asem
NDC asem na woka enya NDC for na beka say omo ye comfortably election be ni akwa NDC for declare results before
EC global info analytics
24-hour analytics na wo global info na beda sorry bia no mo de poll so for about time be no munya ho collect data Ghana for the obi ahihye adwuma na adie. Obi ahihye adwuma ba na adie.
Etu o ma hihye adwuma.
Na watch bia na obi a otimi ye analysis no wa ma say ofori krom ba bi kra ho no ma ye nya bi ebenya 0 na mpacha wa sabio. Since 1992. Memfa ne say the era of the two-party dominance in Ghanaian politics. Obeji edi ye obi be kachira o say Ashanti region constituency a traditional NPP constituency a stronghold ye koto aba ohono ma ye nya bi ana the single digit percentage oh bra mpacha ya agro no doso I am telling you say after 8 years Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ko odwom former abatan yo mutua school fees omno mbeto ama NPP ne Dr. Bawumia omoma ne beto cause nurses trainees omo se alawa ye kana alawa delay is better than cancellation omo no omo beto omaba ama Dr. Bawumia ene the NPP health workers security agencies so who police for adan egu tesano who omadan egu kwabenya mbacho who the quality of investment aban ye wo Jamestown okay so obi ye adwuma Jamestown port na and so ye adwuma Elmina port okoto na ba ma NDC and the evidence is there me confident
me now I so confident say
me say Debbie
all right
there is no bigger poll than the poll that will happen on 7 December and only ye kind
all right
and also so na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be winning
ya family na say ampo for J and I say come production team watch na be say share e obedwam do media so